Hey guys, welcome back. I want to do kind of a demonstration video on lymphatic massaging, lymphatic drainage, and the importance of that. I've referred to this a couple times, and I recommend people to do it if anybody's been sick or going through some type of treatment, you're treating something or a detox, numerous reasons, but also if you do it regularly, it is another help for our immune system and what our lymph nodes do in our body. And I think that's important because if we keep those things, same thing like preventive care or taking care of, boosting our immune system, when something does attack, well, then it can perform better because it's not sluggish with something. Same thing when I talk about people's liver. I'm like, if you have a sluggish, congested liver, it's going to cause you a lot more health issues when you're sick or got other things going on, environmental, exposures, everything like that. Now, everybody can do things a little bit different. I'm just going to show you how I do. And I do recommend, like, when you do this, some of them it's like, you would do it in the shower or a tub or like an Epsom salt bath. That's fantastic, which helps them drain even more, especially the ones you do where your leg the crease of your leg where it joins your torso and underneath your arms. And I'll show you those because those I recommend usually do in a detox bath or a shower. But I'll show you all those. I do say, because it's easy, you're going to see how red I'm going to get when I start rubbing on my skin, on my face, and my neck. You'll see, and that's just how sensitive my skin is to use some type of like coconut oil, or if you want to use a lotion or something, because it just helps that better. I prefer to use coconut oil. That's what I use on my skin. It has so many benefits, even for our skin topically and different things, and especially doing this. Now let me talk about using lotions, especially when you're doing something like this and you're pressing and working things out of your lymph nodes. Anything we go on our skin absorbs into our body. It's a fact, goes in your bloodstream. It can get into the tissue, everything. So, you do what's best for you, but mindful of what you're putting on your skin, especially when you're doing this, because it's going to have to detox that out, especially if it's something synthetic, because our body says this isn't supposed to be here. But to do that anyways, I am going to show you. So, with the in your crease of your leg, what joins your torso, I'm not going to show you that, but you kind of do like your thumbs, and you do like a push and like kind of like a circle. You do that on both sides. And if you've ever had a swollen lymph node there or underneath your arms or your throat or anything, you'll know kind of where those are. And that's why those are good to do in the bath or shower, especially a detox bath with Epsom salt. It'll help those drain even more. So you can do those, and then under your arms, if you've ever had a swollen lymph node on your arms, it's kind of like a backwards C or a circle you kind of do, and you kind of rub and come in and rub and come in. Do that like 8 to 10 times under each arm, and you'll feel that while you're doing this. Also, especially if you've never done a lymphatic, draining or anything like that, some people feel kind of yuck afterwards, or people will kind of get like some sinus type drainage or postnasal drip. Well, you had congestion in there, and it's working its way out of your body. So coconut oil will stain your clothes. That's why I wanted to show you those first, because I'm going to put some on my hands. It'll kind of give the oil stain if you press into it or too much or anything. So, there's different ones that you can start with, but it just, it doesn't have to be much, just so your hands slide or whatever. Because most of it, you're going to use your fingertips on almost most of these or whatever. So one of you start with, because we have lymph nodes, all here, and you think about when you do, you feel your kid or your mom or doctor or something would feel your neck right here. You can usually feel them and how they go. So I've even had before, like on your jawline right there, if you've ever touched or felt or something, even if you didn't even feel bad and you were like, oh, it just kind of felt like a bruise was here or something. I've had that a couple times, but there isn't. It usually means that you have a congested or swollen or, filled up lymph nodes, and they need to be drained. So underneath your chin, take both your thumbs, and I do my fingers like this here. And you have some pressure, but don't squeeze or press really hard, especially if you have an inflamed lymph node. You just need to stimulate that and help that along. You're not trying to squeeze anything out, okay? That could cause damage. So take your thumbs underneath here, and I take my finger, so you're kind of going underneath on top of your jawline and chin. And so you do like that, and you come up around your jawline, and you're going to go up to your ears. You're just going to keep, you do that like a couple times, and you'll feel it. And you go outwards when you do that. So that's one. Also, on the you have lymph nodes on the back of your, kind of the base of your skull right there. Like if you put your fingers, it's right there. Hopefully you could see it. I take these two fingers. If you're doing it on someone else to help them, I use my thumbs. You take those fingers and you're going to do just kind of little circles. You're going to do that several times. You can do it when your hair is wet. You can do it in the shower, the tub, or like how I am. Ladies, if you have long hair, I suggest pulling your hair up. So like I just grabbed mine and pulled it up so it'll be out of the way for you. And you're going to do that in these circles, and you'll feel them, because, you know, there's any time in your life if you've been sick with something, you can get those swollen lymph nodes different places. That's another one. Also on your neck area, well, let's do this one first in the order, because you'll see how it drains. Along here, this also helps your sinuses and everything like that. And you can go over the top, and you come down like right where like your jaw and your ear is right here, and you do a little circle. So you would go over top and come down, and you would do a circle. You do that several times. Same thing down here. You have sinuses here and here. As you come down, and like I have oil on my hands, you come, because it'll slide easier. You come down, and you go around, and then you do like a circle right there at your at your jawline underneath your ear. I mean, that's your, the joint right here. And you just keep on, you do that several times, and you'll feel it. The ones here in your neck, which obviously, you'll end up feeling, is those I do like little circles, and I come down. And you go like to your collarbone, both sides. You do little circles, and then you pull that down. For your collarbone area, because you have them and they'll run up this way, is you're going to is you take like where your collarbone is, you can feel it. So you have fingers kind of on each side of it, and so you're just going to go where it ends, and you're going to go back and forth on both sides, and you're going to pull that. It's a little pressure, but again, it's not squeezing or hard pressure. And you do that on both sides, and you do that back and forth, and you do those routines, and that will help. Now I feel all greasy, but that's what I use on my face, coconut oil all over my skin. Is you do those routines, and it'll help keep that drained. And it's not going to be, well, they're overtaxed. It's like your body's like, hey, our lymph nodes are full. I can't do anything else to help you. And then that's when people have problems getting better or detoxing, or they're going through a treatment. So even, again, if you're sick, if you have anything going on, if you are treating something, or you're trying to just do a body detox, or if you've just done a detox, you do those, because they're doing their job and they're catching stuff, but they just get full, they get sluggish and everything else. So something I want to share with you. I hope it helps, and just do that, somewhat regular. Just incorporate it. It can be like, a lot of times with ladies, I tell them, they'll ask, and I'm like, especially the face ones, because a lot of people can get, their face will look swollen or puffy at different times. And I'm not talking about like if you have high blood pressure issue and you're getting swollen. That's not what I'm talking about. But you'll see that, or aging, quicker looking in your face. A lot of times it's lymph nodes, it's your lymphatic system. And this is, I always say, that's part of your beauty routine, is doing, especially the face and neck ones for draining that, and just doing that every day. Do it every night, after you've, washed your face and everything, and you're putting on your, like I use coconut oil or your lotion on your face. Do that, or do it first thing in the morning, and you'll see a difference. You'll see a difference in your face, or puffiness and everything, men and women. But something I just highly recommend. Just becomes part of your lifestyle, like I say, so many other things, and then you'll get in the habit. And another really good thing that goes with this, I've mentioned it several times before, is the dry brushing. I did not bring my brush in here. Make sure you get one that has like the natural type of bristles, not synthetic type plastic bristles, and doing the dry brushing. That is fantastic for your lymphatic system and draining those lymph nodes. Something I recommend all the time. Do it right before you like you get in a shower or something. Do the dry brushing. And I've talked about that before. There's lots of different videos and charts or whatever. So basically you do your arms and your legs, and everything you brush towards your heart. every way you brush, and you work your way up. If it's lower body, you work your way, upwards. You brush things to your heart area when you're doing dry brushing. Again, fantastic. Exfoliates and helps you. It's a big part of, both of these are a big part of a detoxing routine, whether I need to do a big detox, or I'm treating something and I'm going through a full detox, or you've been sick or anything. So something else I hope helps you guys. Everyone stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.